Hey guys, hope you are well. I took the photos we just saw with the Fujifilm X100V. I think the picture quality is amazing, so in this video I wanna tell you how I like to shoot with this camera and why it may or may not be the right camera for you. Imagine you go out and wanna take a camera with you. Maybe the location you are going to will be worth a carefully composed shot, or you just want a camera with you in case something interesting will be worth documenting. Or you just always wear some camera wherever you go. The X100V is what you choose when you don't want to make any decisions about what camera and lens combination is going out with you. Why complicate things? It's all been decided for you with this beautiful thing. More stuff and more options does not always make us happier, and does not mean we will be enjoying our photography more. Less stuff, simple controls, single focal length, all these limitations is what will allow your creativity to shine. So when I walk around a lake and my only option is a 35mm equivalent lens, I really need to think about how I am going to frame that bird. I cannot just zoom in from a distance, but instead I need to go through the adventure of carefully moving as close to it as I can and then take the shot I can take with the camera and lens combination that I have with me. There is certain freedom in this limitation and a lot of fun on top of it. So if you don't like the idea of one camera with one prime lens combination, maybe you should have a look at my other reviews of other Fujifilm cameras. I will put the links in the description below. For everyone else, let me say this is an incredible camera. It's so well designed that I don't even know where to start. It's light enough to not bother you if you decide to carry it on your neck all day long. But it also doesn't feel hollow or fragile. The aluminium top and bottom plates are beautifully made, so are all the controls on top. We have got an improved ISO dial, which now stays up when pulled. Why this wasn't added on the X Pro 3 is beyond me. Front and back rollers are easier to turn than on X Pro 3 as well. The clean back of the camera is dominated by the tilting touchscreen, which doesn't protrude from the camera at all when closed. The screen is thin but doesn't feel fragile. Buttons on the back of the camera are small, but with noticeable click and tiny joystick feels like it will last a lifetime. Last but not least, I really like the battery door opening mechanism. Easy to open but secure. Next to the built-in flash is a hybrid viewfinder that we know from previous versions of X100 or X Pro series of Fujifilm cameras. As I said before, I'm not a big fan of the optical viewfinder, but it definitely has a place on a camera like this. It's what the X100 series of cameras is about. And I like that the 35mm frame lines are close to the edges of the viewfinder, which allows for easy composition. The electronic viewfinder is nice and clean, but it's not bigger and is only slightly brighter than the one on a much older XE3. I wonder if this is the biggest EVF they could fit together with the optical viewfinder, or if the upcoming XE4 will have a bigger EVF from X Pro 3. Because that one is by far the best from what I've seen on recent Fujifilm cameras. But for the overall package we have here in the X100V, the EVF is nice and very usable. The camera is weather sealed if used with the additional filter adapter, but it also allows mounting 28 and 50mm equivalent conversion lenses. The basic 35mm equivalent focal length is not my favorite, so next time I will definitely loan the X100V with the conversion lenses as well. And that I think could be the perfect combo. 28mm for landscapes and group photos and 50mm for portraits. And the built-in 35mm for the times when 28 is too wide or when I want to carry around just this relatively thin camera and lens combination. I almost forgot to mention the fantastic leaf shutter. It's so quiet and quick. It makes the X100V one snappy camera, and you will be coming back from your walks with SD cards full of photographs. It's just so easy to use and quick in overall operation that I had a hard time putting it down. I usually had the camera set to automatic time and just changed ISO with the front dial, and aperture with this firm but easy to turn aperture ring. Hey Fujifilm, this is how it should be on all your lenses. As you can probably already tell, I like this camera a lot. Looking at it, I cannot find a flaw worth mentioning. It really looks like guys at Fujifilm decided to bring the most complete package of a fixed length camera they could. And you will notice that every time you will pick it up. Now I should answer the question from the beginning of this video. Is this the camera for you? At first let me say that it's not for me, not at this time, simply because I already have 2 other Fujifilm cameras with a selection of lenses and can't justify getting another one. So if you are in the same position but liked what you have heard about the X100V, then go to a camera store and play with one for a while. If it takes your heart, you will know the answer. Because even if it cannot do more than your current gear, it still is the most beautiful Fujifilm camera ever made. Even Leica owners will turn around. But I also think this could be the ideal first real camera for someone who is now taking photos only with a smartphone. Such photographers will be able to try and experience all the bells and whistles of modern camera technology, while having the option of an optical viewfinder, and the physical controls on X100V will help to learn to work with the exposure triangle. On top of that, you will not miss having a zoom lens, because you don't have any at the moment anyway. I'm really interested to know what you think about this. So if you feel like it, please leave a comment below and I will get back to you. Have a nice day, and I will see you with the next one.